What's up, everybody? I know it's been a while, but on today's episode we're going to be replacing the turbocharger on the Maxima. We've got a new one here. This one's lasted 3 years, so I'm amazed that it's even went that long, and it was like a super cheap one. This is like still really cheap, but better than that one, so we're going to put that one on. It's also been starting to smoke only when I'm idling and sitting still for like, I don't know, a couple minutes or something. It'll start smoking, so I'm hoping that it's just the turbo seals on this thing starting to go and pressure starting to go into the exhaust side and, you know, burning that way, because it's terrible. But also got new spark plugs and new wires. These wires look good, but they're old, so time to change them out. So we're going to give her a full tune-up. I already did the distributor cap and rotor cap the other day. I just had to wait to get the plugs and wires in. They just didn't have them, but it's a nice new one. New rotor underneath that too. So yeah, we'll get this all taken off and pull this turbo. Okay, pulling off all of the charge piping. Here's what goes into the intercooler, and it still looks nice. Here's what goes into the throttle body. That looks good. Coming out of the intercooler, looks fine. Turbo, look at this. So I'm hoping that I was right, because here's inside the turbo charge pipe. That's just a bunch of oil right there in the corner, but there's none that's come through the other side, so it all just stayed down there. So we'll get this cleaned up, and pretty straightforward to get the turbo out. I love how I mounted this thing. I mean, so easy. I already got the V-band pulled off. Just need to pull the 4 bolts and the oil feed and drain and the intake side, mass airflow sensor, whatnot. Pull it out and we'll slap this other one in there, and then we'll start it up and see if it smokes. Okay, got the old turbo out, but what I do notice is this is full of like standing oil. Even when it was freshly unplugged, there was standing oil in there, so I'm gonna have to figure out a steeper angle to come down. Either that or we got a little bit of cloggage going on in that tube, so I'll pull that out, shoot some brake clean and compressed air down it and clear that out. But now that we got the turbo off, we have to clock the housings identical to this one, so that way the oil drain is on the bottom and oil feeds on the top. I can't remember why there's a zip tie there. I think it was because this thing kept trying to blow off or something, but that ain't gonna be there. Also switching the wastegates over, because this thing is like, God, I want to say it was like 21 pounds or something. It'd fucking explode that car. She would never take that. This one is the factory 300ZX one, and I think it's like 7.5 pounds, but I still saw peaks of like 10, and I'd have to let off the throttle, so it's a lot better than that one. This one, it's so hard to fucking move this thing when you pull down, just barely. But this one is a lot easier to move. So get those switched over, housings clocked, and let's slap it back in there and start her up. Well, and also clean out the other line. Yeah, that stuff. Let's get to it. Okay, we have the new turbo with the billet wheel. It's supposed to spin up to speed faster. And then here's the old turbo with the leaky oil wheel. So, about ready to put this one back on. So I blew out the line and took it off. I didn't really see anything that was stopping any flow, and the whole design of this goes downhill the whole way, so I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, we're gonna slap that on, bolt it all back together, throw the heat blanket back on, charge pipe, and fire it up. Should be a pretty quick install now that everything's out and cleaned up. Alright, new plugs and wires are in, new turbo is on. Let's see if it smokes. pressure though. There we go. It's coming up slowly. Stays at about 60. All right. I'm not seeing a bunch of smoke barreling out, so far it's looking pretty promising. Everything's looking good. Everything's all tightened down. Alright, seems to be running pretty good. Alright, that's going to do it for today's little episode. Just a small little thing that we had going. Turbo's on. How's the body work going over here? Good. She's been doing body work all day. Ooh. Looking nice. Ooh, that's looking good. Yeah, still. It's smooth now, and it was all shitty. Then we found this dent right here that we're going to be getting at too. Can't really see it on camera too well, but it's just a small one right there, and another one right there. And then I'll be stripping the rest of the paint down and getting her ready for her paint job. This is where it's at so far. Looking good. And then, like I've said before, we got this dent there that we were able to get to finally. And then there's a little bit right there. Not too bad. It sucks that they're on the inside and you can't get anything in there. But it is what it is, and it'll look good when it's done. So, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Till next time.